Salon. A little spyward from here. You want to stay away from the alley of dangerous angles. If you can. Ignis torched that place not long ago, and ever since a bunch of bad bloods have set up their kip in that stretch of desert. Thanks. Farewell, Ebb. Oh, wow. Whew. So we have Dakon. What was it he called him? He mentioned somebody, like, called... they had a C in their name. Was it you? No, you're Ilquix. Warren Corp's patron. Yeah, it's not them either. Mercy Killers, Mercy Killers... That's Mokai. Who's this? You steady pylon support the ramshackle roof. Yeah, I'm certain somebody with the name of a C was mentioned. But that's Barkus. That's why I'm confused, because I'm like, I'm certain they mentioned somebody. Either way, whatever. We'll speak with Dakon next, I suppose. So the man before you is old. His dry yellow skin has the scar of one who has travelled everywhere and never rested long in any one place. His pinched face is inhumanly angular, and his ears sweep out from his skull, tapering to points. He wears a loose-fitting orange tunic, and a strange shimmering blade is strapped across his back. The blade looks to be a two-pronged glaive, made of some metal whose surface swirls like a film of oil on a pond. Greetings! The man turns to you, his eyes like polished coal. He stares through you, and for a moment you wonder if he might be blind. Weapon suddenly turns a dead flat black, mirroring the man's eyes. Are you alright?
Traveler.
Oh my god, he speaks. He says nothing for a moment, merely searches your face with his eyes. Hail, traveller. His voice is quiet and somber, like a wind whispering through the branches of a great tree.
Your eyes are the weight of one who has traveled far to be in this place.
The man meets your gaze, his eyes burrowing into yours. His weapon drains of its black colour, resuming its shimmering you noticed before you spoke to him. You could say that. The man's gaze does not waver from yours. I am known as Dakon. The emphasis he places on the word known strikes you as odd, yet familiar at the same time. You are not known to me. I do not know myself. That is for the best. In knowing yourself, there would be little in the plains left worth knowing. He falls silent for a moment, still studying you with his cold black eyes. I would know why you have come to this city. I'm looking for answers. I have many questions. Speak your questions, I will hear you. Your features are unfamiliar to me. What are you? Oh, a Githzerai. A Githzerai? A Githzerai is one of the people. One of the people? A Githzerai. Yes, but what are the Githzerai exactly? Dakon is silent for a moment, then speaks. Our history does not need to be made known to you. We would bleed to death on Time's Blade before I recited a fraction of the histories of our people. I don't need to know your histories, but I would like to know of your people as they are now. Dakon is silent for a moment. Know this and accept it as an answer. We are the people who make our home upon the shifting plane of limbo. With a deft motion, Dakon slips the blade from his back and holds it before him. Wait and see what happens. Wait, see what happens. Oh, wait. Oh, so you could actually assume he's going to attack. There, we mold the matter of limbo with our minds. We forge cities with our thoughts. As you watch, a series of rippling waves of metal begin to roll forth from the center of the blade. The pitch and crest of the waves match the inflections of Dakon's voice. In its chaos we dwell, with only our knowing to preserve us. We are Githzerai. What is that blade you have? It moved, shifted in response to your voice. It is a Karak blade. It is an object that lets others know the rank of the wielder. Karak? What does that mean? Dakon falls silent for a moment, as if searching for the correct words. In your tongue, the closest translation is chaos matter. The people may shape it with their thoughts. The people? Oh shit, the Githzerai. So, and you say the Githzerai can shape this Karak with their thoughts? Karak is not shaped by heat, but by knowing oneself. It is a mirror that reflects the will of the wielder onto its surface and in its edge. When one knows themselves, the blade is strong, harder and stronger than steel. When one does not know themselves, the blade is as water, formless and weak. What rank does the blade signify? The blade is a symbol carried by the Zerth. A Zerth is one who knows the words of Zerthamon. In knowing the words of Zerthamon, they know themselves. Zerthamon? Zerthamon founded our race. He knew the Githzerai before they knew themselves. He defined the people. He gave them one mind. What's the blade made from again? Shape it with their thoughts? Right, are you willing to sell it? It would become as nothing in the hands of another. The blade knows my mind, and I know its heart. We die the same death. Okay. Can you tell me about the city? It is known by the name Sigil. Among the people, it is known as the city that does not know itself. It doesn't know itself? What do you mean? The city exists, but it does not know itself. In not knowing itself, its existence is flawed. How is it flawed? The city exists in opposition to itself. It has set itself apart from the planes, yet it seeks to be everywhere at once. Its walls are doors, yet it keeps these doors locked. Such an existence tells of a thing that does not know itself. In not knowing itself, it is flawed. Ooh, I can speak the truth. Oh wow, there's loads. Wait, is that not the same? When you say the city is everywhere at once, what do you mean? I might go through the other ones too. The city itself is built from doors. These doors lead everywhere. Where are these doors? They are everywhere. Dakon falls silent for a moment. It said that every bounded space within the city is a door that leads elsewhere. I don't understand. Imagine the door to the smoldering corpse bar. Remove the door, the frame remains. The space within the frame is still a door. But I walked through the door to get in here. It's just an open space. Many are the doors you never see. You may pass through them as if air and not know them for what they are. They are close to your sight and touch. And these invisible doors are everywhere in Sigil? It said every bounded space in Sigil is a door. It is not known for certain. Doors move. Doors change. Doors disappear. All are locked. Locked? The doors remain as air until you have the key that opens them. When you have the key, the doors will make themselves known to you. How do you know what the key is? Every door has a different key. Some keys are known, others are not known. What are these keys? There are as many keys as there are doors. The keys are not always things of metal. The keys can be the clashing of two swords, a drop of blood drawn from the tongue of a dying man, the memory of a past love, or an angry curse hurled at the sky. When the key and door match, the door reveals itself. So unlike finding all these keys and doors can be difficult. Such a task has been attempted but never finished. As the city changes, the doors change. Nothing known remains known for long. So why did you say the city is flawed again? In opposition... yeah, okay. So its walls are doors? The city itself is built from doors. These doors lead everywhere. Where are these doors? They're everywhere. Why did you say the city was flawed? So... right, so the two truth ones we have... actually, I'll go with, you speak as if the city is alive. It may not be aware and know itself in the sense that you or I might know ourselves, but it lives, it grows, it changes, and touches the minds of all that live here. Okay. Wait, why did you say the city does not know itself? The city exists in oh, right, yeah. That was just a way of getting back to these. Right, so we have, what if the city is not flawed? A thing does not need to be ordered and have a purpose to know itself. What if these contradictions are strengths that you cannot see? What if the city is not flawed and you just not know the reasons for its contradictions? There is order in everything. Perhaps there is an underlying pattern that you cannot perceive. Number 4. To answer your question, a question. What if the city is flawed and you see its contradictions all around you? To your question, a question. You claim the city's existence is flawed. You have accepted this rather than explore the possibility that something greater may exist. That suggests you are flawed, and that you do not search for knowledge, but only for a convenient answer. Dakon falls silent. There is no knowing the answer to the questions we have asked, yet the city exists. That is all. Yet I would maintain that we know ourselves by the questions we ask and the ones we do not. If we cease asking questions and accept only that only what we can perceive. Oh wow. Yeah! Discourse leads to XP. Then we will cease to know ourselves. Dakon's voice has changed slightly, becoming heavier. Such words have been spoken before. I've heard them and know them. Where have you heard them? The words are mine. Once I knew them and knew their meaning. I had forgotten them until you spoke. Dakon's gaze travels through you, and his blade stops shimmering, bleeding of all colour until it is translucent. There is a moment of silence, then Dakon looks up at you. Oh my god, yes! I would like to travel your path with you. I'll consider it. I had some other questions first. I accept. An extra blade would be welcome.
Your path is mine.
Strangely enough, his voice seems distant, and it echoes as if he was speaking from across a great distance. Very well, let's go. Oh my god, I got a new... oh yeah! Sweet! Well, why is this guy next to me? Wait, you see a lad who barely looks a day over 18. His face seems to betray some tension. Help you, Cutter? Who are you? I'm Caleb. I'm a mercy killer. I'm here with Tana and... Oh. Ilsodon to catch my first criminal. What can you tell me about the mercy killers? Well, I have to get used to saying that now. Believe that justice is the most important thing in existence. I believe that without justice there is no meaning, and without meaning we might as well just go off and kill ourselves. I don't want to kill myself, so I decided justice is the meaning. If you want to know more, you ought to ask one of these other two, or find one of our recruiters. They'll talk your ear off. I might go do that. Answer some questions for me first, will you? So I'm looking for a journal. Have you happened to see one recently? A journal? No, sorry, I'm still new here, so I'm not all that connected yet. If I see one, I'll let you know. He looks around the bar. What are you doing? Well, seeing as I'm a new mercy killer, I'm supposed to bring a criminal to justice to show I can handle the field work. I decided I wanted to catch a killer, so we asked around and got told he was going to be here. Still haven't seen him though, I'm a little nervous to tell the truth. If you'll excuse me, I really ought to get looking at the faces here again. He cranes his neck and looks around the bar. Just a few more questions, then I'll let you go. What do you want to know? Okay, I'm looking for a collector who goes by the name of Farod. Would you happen to know where I can find him? Can't say I've heard of him. Is he a criminal? Maybe we'll pick him up later. My thanks for the tip-off, citizen. I just need to find him, not get him killed. Can you answer some questions? Oh wait, yeah. There we are. Who are your friends over there? Oh, here. They're the people who were here to make sure I don't foul up this assignment. Tana's the older one. Ilsodon's the one who's here to make sure I do the job right, and to give me support if I need it. He swallows noisily. I hope I won't. You'll be fine, I'm sure. So, what can you tell me about this place? This place, it's a smoldering corpse. I think they named it after some guy... or after the guy near the entry. It's a place where criminals and lowlives hang out. Still, there are some cutters here who know what they're talking about. Some of them are those fiends, though, and I don't like to deal with them. I feel like they're staring right at my soul. Understand? Okay, what can you... oh, what are you doing? Seeing as I'm... Wait, I'm pretty sure... yeah, he did say that. Has your killer shown up yet? No, not yet, but Tana says that this is where the criminal's supposed to come, eventually. So now we play the waiting game. Good luck. Farewell. Nice. Oh yeah, we have... oh, who's the letter? That's right. Oh, that's what he's doing. He's going around the place looking for people. Northern Cop, patron... okay. I'm just talking to everybody. It's crazy. Just a little. It really is pretty damn crazy. So you see a short, rotund man with a perplexed expression on his face from the lines on his loose skin. It looks like it's not too uncommon. He carries a flagon of ale that looks like it's in the process of being emptied rapidly. In between swallows, he speaks in a gentle voice, so quiet that you can barely hear his words. Hello, traveller. My name is Ilquix. Can I be of some assistance to you? Greetings. I would like to ask you some questions. What do you want to know, my friend? Who exactly are you? I am but a humble man, with a slight flowery, poetical bent and a tendency toward the supernatural. I regret that I have none of my supplies here, or I should be most eager to teach you of the ways of power. Perhaps sometime later. Yes, I'd like that. For now, though, I have some other questions. What can you tell me about this place? This place, the Smoldering Corpse Tavern, a fine establishment, with a fine owner. Barkus is a true gentleman, and ambitious to increase his standing to boot. These, I feel, are the most useful qualities one can possess. They drive people. I had more questions. So number 3, what can you tell me about the patrons of this place? The patrons of this tavern are many and varied. I have spoken with most and find them delightful, with the exception of those creatures of law. He gestures towards the pair of Abishai sitting in the corner. They taint the air with their presence, lending an unwholesome stench to an otherwise pleasant environment. I recommend speaking to Barkus. I understand he requires some aid with a trifling matter. Then we have that O character. I'm still trying to understand him fully. It is quite an undertaking, if I say so myself. Those are the folks of interest here. The others, well, perhaps I am too discriminating. Why do you despise creatures of law? Ah, fine question, my friend. My upbringing has been on the chaotic side of the Great Ring. You may speak to Kandrian Ilborn, a misdemeanor, if I ever heard one of the planes. He fancies himself a great planewalker. Ooh, that sounds good. I need to find Kandrian, don't I, in order to help out Ingress? Think so. To return from my digression, I have lived my many years with chaos. and find it pleasantly agreeable. To me, the taint of law, as in those creatures there, is reprehensible and tyrannical. If I am to be crushed underfoot, I'd rather it be by an individual than a machine that knows nothing but emotion. Or nothing of emotion. I disagree. I'm assuming he's on about the Mercy Killers. Either that or he's on about these. I disagree. Ilquix smiles toothily, his fat cheeks barely moving. To each his own, I say. Did you have more questions? Yes. Who is that burning man? That? Ha! That is the last unfortunate, who chose to exercise his individual will without the strength to back up his desires. His name is Ignis, and he was, a pyromaniac. He burned and didn't burn the right people, and wound up channeling more raw power than he could control. Now, well, you can see what became of him. If you wish to learn more of him, perhaps that poor creature, Drusilla, can help you. I see. Don't think I actually did have more questions. What if I go through the other, tell me the patrons. Why do you despise them? I very much agree. Oh, it doesn't really matter what you say then. Right, Barkus. You see a leather-skinned man with just a hint of ashen colour to his face. His teeth seem sharper than normal, and his eyes are filled with boredom. Or with the boredom that comes with having seen too much. His voice is nasal and clipped. You again, eh? What do you want this time? You again? What do you mean? Yeah, you again. You got a hearing problem or something now? You was in here about 15 years ago, got all bubbed up, smashed up the place, and left a pile of coin that wasn't enough to pay for the damages. Oh my. The one to pay the damages. So you plucked out your own bleeding eyeball and tells me you'll be back to reclaim it when you got 200 coins together. 15 years of interest, how about 500 coins? You got the jink, pal? I got your eye. 500? That's ridiculous. He pauses for a moment, considering. That it is. Tell you what, give me 300 and the eye's yours. Ooh, it's a deal. Here's money. It's a deal. He produces a darkened, wax-stoppered, wide-mouthed bottle from his pocket. You hear the sound of liquid sloshing around inside it, along with a heavier, squishier noise. Opening it, the stench of some sort of preservative agent nearly makes you gag. Floating in the viscid? Mug is an eyeball. You'd better figure out what you want to do with that. Now you've exposed it to the air, might as well put a pickled egg in the jar for all... Oh, nice. Oh, wow. Might as well put a pickled egg in the jar for all for all the good it'll do it. Or do you. Make up your mind, Cutter, pickled egg or not. Watch it rot, or tear out your eyeball and place this one in the socket. Ooh. I don't know. This seems like it could be a very, very, very bad choice. It's kind of the case of, I don't know, do I want to do that? I think I will. Because you never know, if it's an eyeball from a past life, it might contain something. Sod it, tear out my eyeball. I gained 1,000 XP. There is a memory. Okay, cool. I'm glad I did this. So, with a moment's hesitation, you reach into your socket and pop your eye into the palm of your hand. The bartender helpfully severs the optic nerve and directs your hand to the jar of goo that sits on the bar. You deposit your eye in the preservative, wrap your fingers around the old one and slide it into your empty socket. The pain of this entire operation is incredible. After a moment, though, you can feel the optic nerve reattaching itself to this new eye, and suddenly you are hit by a flash of memory. Absorb it. Oh my. This is cool. Memory flash. A vast No, I'm not going to do a voice like that, I'll kill myself. My voice is already, throbbing. It hurts. Really, the only downside to this game is because it's so text-heavy. If I'm not doing a lot of combat, then I'm reading a lot of stuff. It's actually, I think it would be worse than Joe Dever's Lone Wolf, and that was a really text-heavy game. I mean, you literally played through a book. Either way, memory flash. A vast expanse of chaotic, ever-changing wasteland stretches before you. A group of humanoid vultures plummeting towards you, cruel weapons ready to strike, and your own shining blade clutched tight in your fist. Memory flash. 3 toughs surround you in colours of an enemy you can't quite place. Long daggers glisten in their hands and the light glints cruelly from their exposed teeth. You glance at your scarred hands and know that soon they'll be covered in blood. Memory flash. An enormous frog-like creature comes bounding Wait. An enormous frog-like creature comes bounding over, through, under chaos stuff, headed for you with a mouth full of teeth. You hurl your javelin through the shifting matter and pin the creature to a sudden stone plinth. You have recalled some of your lost fighting skills. Awesome! Proficiency points increase permanently. That's cool. So hurry up, will you? I got paying customers. Who are you? Me, I'm Barkus, owner and keeper of this place. What is this place? Didn't you see the sign out front? Didn't you see the Burke burning over the furnace when you came in? It's a smouldering corpse cutter. The best damn bub house in Sigil. At least, it's the best damn bub house in this part of the hive. Which makes it one of the best in Sigil. Hell, they got fancy places with plants and such in the ladies' ward. And they got fiendish taverns salted around the rest of the hive, but none of them got the character of the smouldering corpse. Who is the corpse, anyway? Him? Ignis. He used to be a flame wizard, burned down pieces of the hive, and got himself scragged by a bunch of other mages. Wanna know more about him? Go talk to Drusilla down there by the door. And let you know more about something else. Wait, so what is this place? Okay, he already says the same. So you tell me something else, will ya? What can you tell me if the patron's here? Oh dear. I don't make it a point to interfere with the lives of the people who give me their hard-earned jink, unless they ask me to. So over there is Kendrian Planewalker. Wait, where? So over there, it's like, yeah, that's great, useful. I was looking at O then, but that's not him. Okay. Crap. Kendrian Planewalker. He's a good one to talk to about any planewalking questions you might have. He's been pretty much everywhere. Down there is Ebb Creek Knees, an old Harmonium Basher, don't hold that against him, and a tout. He's got a good heart in him, and he knows Sigil up and down. Them fiends over there are Aethelgrin and Tegarine. Word of advice, don't deal with them. They might be low rankers in the fiend hierarchy, but they're still fiends. Then you got Illquicks over there, not trustworthy, and some mercy killers looking for some poor sod. The Githzerai is a mystery to me, don't know much about him, he don't talk much. Finally, you interested in earning some free bub? Yes. There's a bubber over against the far wall, hanging out in the shadows, who's been trying to work up her courage to slip out without covering her tab. I want you to make sure she don't do that. You got it? You got free bub for life. I'll do it. Answer me some questions first. So, something to drink. Oh. Shit. What do you want? We got your basic beer for a copper, bitters for 2, mead for 4, we got waters straight from the elemental plane for 8 copper, we got Arborean fire wine and fire seas for 10, cursed heart wine for 8, and is that Bartor's own whiskey for 20. Well, you have. Information. Hurry up, will ya? Haha. I'm looking for a journal. A journal, paper and words. Friend, that sort of thing don't get much stock down here in the hive. Folks here can barely read the sign above the door, much less an entire journal. If you're looking for a journal, you'd do better to have a system instead of asking folks willy-nilly. Thanks for the unasked-for advice. Answer a different question, then. I'm looking for Farah the Collector. He turns and spits on the floor. Farah, pah. May as well just turn your back and let him sink a dagger in it. Though from the looks of you already have. You're dead set on finding Farad. Pardon the pun. Talk to Ebb Creek Knees over there. He should know something of value. I'll do that then, right after you answer some more questions. Nah, farewell.
I feel stronger.
Oh, wow. Okay. Holy, what the? Where did... I lost health. Did I? Yeah, I did lose health. It must have been because I tore out my eyeball. Jesus. So what actually happened? One characteristic point gained. Fighting skills have improved. Saving throws have improved. Oh my god, I got 10 hit points. Damn! I got 1. So... yeah, I got 1 character point. So looks like I can't take it out of other things. I think we're gonna go with wisdom. Exceptional. Hell yeah. Not bad. Alright, cool. I was about to say, someone's hanging out in the shadows, over by the far wall. Trying to figure out who it is. There. Oh, it must be this person. That's it. Okay, Barker says it's time for you to settle your tab. Pay up. She jumps a little and a nervous tension becomes full-fledged anxiety. What are you gonna do? Ask you to go pay up. Now. She looks at you bitterly. I can't. Some Burke took all my money. I'd need a loan or something to pay him off with. I don't think so. I'm not a charity. Can you think of another way to pay him? Another way to pay? She smiles sadly. You could always, kill me. I could, but I'd rather find another solution. She looks at you for a moment longer, swaying where she stands, and then says, alright. Do you want something from me? Yeah, some answers. Oh, okay. Wait. Answer some... What if I got more money off her? If I can. Ooh, you want more? I can't. I can't afford as much as last time. I can give you 25 coins, though. I want more. Well, that's too bad because I can't give you any more. I just don't have the money. Okay, that's too bad. Answer some questions. Pay up. I suppose I'm gonna have to. Ask for you to go pay up. How much do you need? I think I need 100 coins to get started on the debt. Okay, it's not that bad. I paid 300 for an eyeball, so it's all good. I'll lend you the money. Here, take it and pay up. Now. She pockets your jink, glances briefly toward the door, almost as if she's weighed her chances of dashing out, sighs heavily, and she realizes there's no chance. Begins to walk glumly toward the bar. My thanks, I suppose. Don't mention it and don't even think about heading for the door until you've paid up. You fucking better. I mean, I can still go and talk with Ignis. She's moving super slow. She ain't heading this way, so I think she's going towards the door. Thankfully. I'm still trying to figure out who's who. So you got these mercy killers. An armoured behemoth. This man is huge. He also seems to have a very keen eye. Misses nothing that transpires around him. It also seems that he has no interest in speaking to you. Hello? The man stares at you as if you were some form of bug. Stares at you, blinking slowly, turns his head, dismissing you without speaking. I find my answers someplace else. So who is this? Maybe this person actually does have a name, it's just not showing it up for some reason. You see a scruffy, ill-kempt man. He smells strongly of alcohol. Yeah, what do you want, eh? He leans in close and looks you up and down. Looks like you could use a healer. He laughs loudly at his own poor humour. The nauseating stench of liquor and poorly chewed food washes over you. Who are you? Me? I'm Andor. He waves at his... weaves on his feet. Used to be a hell of a fight man, too. But that's... what that was before the bub took a hold of me. Friends call me Slappy because I was so good at doing it to people. And they call me Slappy because so many women do it to me when I talk to them. It's great. Can you answer some more questions for me? I don't need to learn more about... what's his face. I want to find that... whatever he's called. I can't remember his name. Can something. Where the hell where did he disappear to? Well, you got the old guy. There, Kandrian. Oh my god, he's... blends in. Wow. You see a soft-looking man with gentle, far-staring eyes. He dresses in supple leather clothing and carries various implements of use and destruction about his body, such as ropes, spikes, tinderboxes, and empty vials of air. He looks half gone, literally. There's an insubstantiality to his existence, as if his essence had been partially leached away. He focuses those eyes on you, and suddenly you find them gripping and determined. Greetings to you, O Seeker. Greetings. He carefully sets down the mug he's holding and gives you all his attention. I've seen the far reaches of the multiverse and returned to tell the tale. I've walked upon the bodies of dead gods and spun moonbeams in the astral, ahead of 1,000 shrieking Githyanki nights. I have passed the edges of existence and watched my essence shiver away before me. What is it I can do for you? I have some questions. Aha! I met a woman named Ingris. Oh no, wait. Perhaps I have answers for you speaking, I shall tell you. I met a woman named Ingris with very bad teeth. She said she had come through a portal from some world that was opened by a tune hummed near 2 crossed trees. Can you get her home? He pauses briefly, thinking, I know the portal of which you speak, though I have not travelled it in these 30 years gone. I will take her home, Seeker. Go tell her to await my arrival, then meet me back here, and I will tell you if I was successful or not. More questions. Who are you? I am Kandrian Illborn, traveller, dreamer, tale spinner, and so forth. You're a traveller? Tell me of the planes. I am tired, Seeker, so tired. I am fresh back from negation. I will answer what I can for you, but I cannot promise that you will find satisfaction in the answers I give. What would you know? Would you hear of the outer planes, the prime material, or the inner planes? What's the difference? Oh, Jesus. The difference is true essence, Seeker. The inner planes are matter, substance, true physicality. They are the building blocks of the multiverse, for it is from them that all belief in the elements spring. The inner planes filter through the ethereal plane, the plane of potential some say, which forms the elements into the worlds of mortals. Once past the ethereal plane, one reaches the prime material, where exist all manner of mortals and monsters and myths and machines. It is there that belief is born, and there that the spirits that create the outer plane are born. When mortals die, they pass through the astral plane, a no place that is thought and mental energy itself. It is in all things and in none. It is a paradox, or it is paradox among other things, and it filters spirits into the Great Ring. Do you comprehend so far? Yes, go on. Now, the outer planes. Where should I start? Do you know the cardinal rule of the planes on which all the others are based? Do you know about the composition of the outer planes? Do you know of the Great Ring and its divisions in our hearts? Do you know of the individual planes? Each of these leads to the next. And so it is best to start from the beginning. Tell me the composition of the planes. So the outer planes are created often by belief and thought and faith. They take their imagined form from the prime material plane, shaped into forms that stagger the imagination built by the accumulation of belief. Belief created the planes. Belief is power there, or here. Change belief, and you can change the nature of reality. The creatures that are born here, the plane-born, like the fiends and celestials, are truly born of the thoughts and concepts of mortals. They each express some sort of ideal, and the more powerful the ideal, the more powerful the being. Thus, the being that symbolizes love is one of the strongest of all. Go on. That's why the powers, gods call them, or some call them, live out here. This is where all of the faith in them comes. This is where they are